The prosecution's going to have to go
Sorry about that.
well and make sure that anything...
My signal is really bad here, and it wasn't earlier. I switched to both. My stream health is so bad. I'm hoping it'll come back up in a moment. Hi there. I don't... This only ever happened... Okay, it's coming back up. Sorry about my stream health. It was really bad for a minute, but it's back up now. It shouldn't be frozen. So I'm outside of the courthouse where Jeremy Hammond just appeared. There were, I counted maybe 40, 50 people, it seems, who were here in support of Jeremy Hammond. People are discussing the the difficulties that the defense is having with the discovery and all the chat logs. And the fact that they don't have a lot of time with Jeremy, and a lot of the time they haven't been able to use the computer the government gave them to review these chat logs. About 20% of the time the defense team has been able to have this computer when they meet with him.
The rack space for the data from the rack past. You know, that's what, yeah, like did the FBI direct these students?
So we're discussing the details of the case.
And I don't know how they get, I don't know how,
it'll be interesting, I think.
We have that part.
Are you guys getting messages?
I haven't actually.
His case is going to be, from what I'm going to do, on my car show. You guys pick it up there?
I don't think I'm going to be out there on the 23rd.
So what happened inside was, first, it's a really good thing that Judge Preska allowed Jeremy to be able to meet with his mother and brother, who were in there, which is awesome. And now it was also a big discussion about how little time the defense has had to go over the discovery, the evidence of these chat logs. That they have a computer that was issued by the government that they can use when the defense team goes and meets with Jeremy Hammond, but because of what seem to be logistical management issues inside the correctional facility, sometimes the staff is unaware of the computer's location when the defense team arrives, and they end up not being able to get the computer to give it to the defense team. It's a government-issued computer that the defense team has to use with Jeremy.
So if you've ever been in jail, if you're watching on live stream, and you ask the CO for something, you realize like you might get it like shortly, or you might get it never. You know, depending entirely on how people think the CO feels, or who's working, or who's familiar with the case. So since the refusal here, you have 5 additional hours of time to use the computer to work on this case. Now totaling 11 hours.
And he has to use it with his defense team. So when the defense team comes, what they were saying in there, they ask for the computer, and sometimes the staff is unaware of its location. And
so coordinating, getting the computer, getting his defense team together, and getting him in the room, like that's an incredible, like inside a prison, inside a jail. That's an incredible amount of just moving worlds right there. And when he was in the booth, you know.
And the computer, it's a computer that cannot access the internet. So if someone on the defense team who may need to look something up, then they would have to leave and go somewhere else to look it up and end the meeting. So if they have to
end the meeting, schedule another meeting
with Jeremy.
Bring papers or you know, just Google material. So you can understand at this point how complicated it is for him to even mount his own defense when he's not even allowed access to the internet.
And the defense, so as far as the defense team being able to access the internet while meeting with him, that restriction is because of his case.
Right.
If they, went to meet with someone who was arrested for a crime that had nothing to do with computers, would they be able to use the internet? Do you know?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know either.
It depends entirely on the circumstance and the people.
And that it's that government-issued computer that I think determines of the computer that it couldn't go on the internet. So there have been a lot of problems. The defense has really had a lot of challenges sort of making its case because...
So in 13 months of being in custody, he's had exactly 11 hours of time with the computer to help his defense. I think that is monumentally absurd, even considering the magnitude of what he's alleged to have done. It's in the interest of pursuing justice, the fact that it's going to take him years and going through all of these hurdles, researching. Like, it's not like he's got a smartphone or he can just Google a chat log on Facebook and be like, here. Like, he has to do that through like 7 proxies practically. Like, he has to get his lawyer and it's a cluster.
Yeah, so the evidence. So what the defense needs to do is look through all this paperwork. That's inaccessible most of the time when they're meeting with Jeremy. Right.
It's not reasonably accessible. They think that if he has access to the internet, he might I don't know, he might crash civilization as we know it.
Right. It was really, he really smiled though. I mean, he smiled at everybody and he smiled at everybody a lot, and you know, there were a lot of warm expressions, a lot of smiles, and then the defense asked that he be allowed to spend 10 minutes in there with his mother and brother, and the judge said that was acceptable.
After 13 months of having no time whatsoever, you know, I think it was pretty obvious that she had to simply approve it.
Yeah, it would have been really astonished. I mean, if she had said no,
I would have been astonished if she said no. 10 minutes I still think isn't enough, but...
Yeah, and I mean, I am definitely biased. I don't know if I would go so far as to say I'd be astonished if she said no, because I don't think that woman can astonish me at this point.
He's not he's not like a murderer or rapist or anything.
Right, and yeah, and his mother did travel like all the way here in order just to physically, you know, see him. So that was really important. Yeah, I can interview him. So his brother's over here. We just got to see Jeremy. Oh, we're not supposed to stand in front of the building. So, hi there. How are you? Do you mind being on camera, or is there anything you'd like to say?
I don't want to say anything, but I don't mind.
Oh, we can't stand. Yeah, it's okay. We can't stand in front of the building, so I'm just going to kind of move away with everybody else because, yeah, we're not allowed to stand in front of the building. I'm sure his mother is exiting the courtroom, and that's really wonderful. And this is his twin brother, Jason. Hi there. Yay. Yeah, is there anything you want to say? So you got this. I'm so happy that you were allowed to see him. And yeah, there was no contact. Judge Preska said, you know, you were allowed to sit in there.
He made muscles for me.
He made muscles for you?
He's like a girl, though. I could take him.
He looked real. I mean, he looked so happy when he turned around and he smiled at everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
I wish we would have got to see his girlfriend, because I saw him undress her with his eyes. He had to lift it back up.
That was really
funny. He's like, oh, dang, my mom's here.
I got thrown. I actually, when my boyfriend once appeared in court, I got thrown out of court for doing that. I'm just looking at him. Yeah, I was looking at him.
Then you didn't undress her with his eyes. Not at all. Not at all. He was very respectful.
Yeah, I didn't. But you got to see him.
That's how they roll. I understand.
No, but I was just so happy. It was just so nice to see everyone smile at him.
I got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
With my son, and it was awesome. I'm glad. It was worth the whole trip. Just to see him, just to see he's eating. Yeah, and he's still smiling.
And he's still smiling. He smiled a lot. And that was...
Yeah, he doesn't get much contact with the outside world.
Right. Yeah. Oh, we can't. Come on, Gary. Let's walk away so that people can leave the courtroom. And here's his brother.
need to know what they're saying and how they know. How they could, take pictures. Yeah. There's a lot to it.
Figure out, like, said what? I don't know, 5 pages.
Yeah, if you like to spend time, you want to have a lot of time.
Oh, yeah, really, that's what we whatever.
Well, what it was I guess this is nothing to do, but more related is denied bail twice. And like in a lot of other cases, like they have found it for bail because they have lawyers do something. You know, person where it's like. The idea that he could use even if he's on like house arrest at someone's place, that the idea is that walking to the lawyer's house from his house arrest thing, he could use computer and internet cafe to access the credit card, something he's never never been proven to actually use technology. So it's like just making it up and it's possible that he could do it.
So Jeremy's brother is describing why his bail was denied. And it's pretty noisy out here. It's pretty noisy out here. This is Jason Hammond was just describing the situation of his bail and that Jeremy was denied bail. And so you can kind of see the courthouse where no one's allowed to block the path. There's a good number of people out here. There were more inside. There was a gentleman that was sitting in front of me who was asked for press in the courtroom, who was asked for press credentials. And I guess they just assumed that he didn't have any because he wasn't wearing a suit and tie, and so that he couldn't sit in the front. But then they let him, so not really sure about that.
You're on his living room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So I really, whatever. I'm going to see if there's anyone else who wants to say anything about this case. Hi there. How are you?
All right.
Do you mind being on camera again, or
whatever? Just don't make me look at it.
Oh, you don't have to look at it. I
photograph very badly, but I mean, I tell them, look, the American way is the best way. All this blah blah blah, and then every time we get Loretta won't recuse herself, I'm like, really? Okay. I looked her up, and she was actually on the short list to be on the Supreme Court. Really? I know. So what, right?
So Jeremy Hammond's mother is talking about the conflict of interest that the judge apparently has, but she refused to step down on February 21st.
I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says, but it doesn't matter, because if we all had the same opinion, we'd all be robots like Loretta. But really, I mean, robots is okay. And I wish I could have gave him a hug. I wish his girlfriend, Lupe, could have been in there.
I'm so happy that that you got to spend 10 minutes with them. Was it really 10 minutes? Were they watching their watches? And
one of them was, but it was okay. I let Jason do a lot of talking because, I mean, they're twins. They've been like this.
Yeah.
Instead of competing against your brother, they work together, and they could do more. Man, when they were 2, they could do more than any 2-year-old could do, okay?
Oh, wow.
Because they always did work together, and that's a wonderful thing. And I worry more about Jason than I do about Jeremy.
Why is that?
Well, because Jason has nobody. I'm 1,000 miles away from him. His dad is not available, and his aunt is gone. It's like losing your husband, or that you don't sleep with.
Right.
Whatever.
It's hard when someone is in jail. It's really hard. I mean, court solidarity, jail solidarity, and just like wanting to be able to communicate with the person, and just being so worried about the person, and writing to them, hoping that the information's getting to them. It's a really powerless feeling. I think that's how I felt anyway.
Jeremy and I converse, we usually make a reference in our last letter. I wrote you in February and told you about this, just so that we know that we're getting the communication.
To make sure that everything.
That's a really good point when you are writing to people.
And I don't know if he gets everything that's sent to him.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just one of many, it turns out, and I'm so glad. Because I asked him, what happens when you're in there for 5 years and all your little anonymous friends decide they got some other cut? What are you going to do then?
And it has been.
Again, I'm wrong, and I'm very glad.
It has been, and I mean, I'm extremely grateful. Like, Sue Crabtree has just been wonderful about organizing mail to the jail and getting people to write to Jeremy. And there's also like Op Pen Pal, Op Valentine have been a lot of activists who've really been making it very, very easy to write to political prisoners, not just Jeremy Hammond, but the PayPal 14, the NATO 5, the Cleveland 4, Wormer, Weave, Bradley Manning, of course, and the mail to the jail has a Facebook page, and it's mailtojail.org, and then there's also Op Pen Pal. Are really great as far as having the addresses of different political prisoners and whatever the rules are for what to write, how you can write to them. There's also book lists that you can go to. They have lists of books that people incarcerated want to read, that you can send them books. So it's really great to be able to write to them. And even if, sometimes it just seems, if you are an activist, or if you care about activists and you feel like there's really something that you want to do, you can write a letter. Is a really nice thing to be able to do. And the amount of work that people have put into getting this information out there about writing letters has been wonderful. It's been really important. So now Jeremy's mom is talking about Anonymous and Westboro Baptist Church, and she doesn't like them, so and neither does Anonymous. So I'm gonna go see. It might not be so noisy over here now, where Jason is. And afterwards we went out to lunch. There's some documentary makers here. And it's really hard to hear. I might just interview Jason when he's done talking to them. But in addition, we seem to be called in the court of Nixon, in the court of public opinion. It seems like when you read it's like that way.
Yeah, I think the public narrative is good.
Well, no, the thing is that I think I'm finding like chapter 1 that it's almost like it's like you have what happens in the court, and then you have the whole dominant narrative that's against the hackers and against people that are, opposing justice. And if you bother to really look at it, there isn't really that much there. For example, with the Cleveland. It was complete entrapment, like start to finish. But yet,
I think it's okay. I think people think it's okay because they're everyone thinks that they're good guys and bad guys, and that's what you're taught. It's like the moral thing, and it's really capitalist propaganda. Like the cops are those people in power. So yeah, the moral of the government in this country say that like the cops are defending, keeping it together. When really they're like in like cases like this and others that they're actually the ones who are entirely setting up.
I think they arrested the NATO 5.
There's 5 people who were Preska.
But
So what happened to the other 2? Why did she?
Well, there were some that were arrested together, but they were all 5 of the people. There were 5 people who were arrested as because of
Was that until because it was a gay preceding later that they were sexually?
And these were infiltrated spectrum markets. So that's why I was saying they had 5, but there were a lot more people arrested after the summit itself.
So finally they were.
Yeah, I mean, I had a chance to talk to him with my mom and the marshals hanging out, pretending to check their phones and pretending not to be standing a foot away, you know. But it was, you know, it was gracious, grand man, you know.
They almost didn't let you live.
Yeah, I don't know why they were.
So the prosecution asked for 2 more weeks before they set the trial date, correct?
Yeah.
And then and the defense complained lightly about how they only had 4 hours. To me, as a journalist, it's interesting to see how they didn't make a real strong case for the absurdity that they've only had 4 hours on the computer in order to defend, you know, to explain the discovery. I guess, I mean, that's obviously the proof of that the unnecessary injury question for it. To me, it's like a shock to conscience. Many hours.
Yeah, I think that there are a lot of people who are not given a fair shot at their, you know, a fair shot because, you know, justice to get a fair shot at what they're doing. I think there are a lot of people, not just Jeremy, but Jeremy is one of many people who are, like, not given, in a couple different ways, like, denied bail or denied a lot of them not to say that has this genetic built in, like justice when people are building to work on the bench, like not so I think that, yeah, it's just unjustice, like you said, absurd, you know. It's absurd that Jeremy has this ability, window of opportunity to work on, you know, that against, you know, lawyers like yourself. So I think it's absurd that it's
Jeremy spent a lot of time in solitary.
We spent about a month and a half actually.
What was the reason for that?
Well, they're saying it was you tested positive for marijuana.
Alright, and so you saw him in good spirits? What was he like?
Yeah, he seems in good spirits. He said, you look together to see us smiling at the court before, or you're smiling at the, you know, orders that came out before the hearing began. So yeah, no, he seems in pretty good spirits. You know, I talked to him on the phone like an average 3 times a month. So,
He's allowed to have how many calls?
I think as much as he paid for.
As much as he paid for?
But it's just a process, you know, to get numbers through. So,
To get each number approved? Because I've been talking to Barrett Brown a lot, and he's allowed to speak to anyone.
yeah, you have to have numbers approved. I'm not heard it yet. So I think maybe, I don't know if Barrett's federal or not. I imagine he is actually.
Under the jurisdiction of a federal marshal, because not in a federal.
Maybe it's just the institution that is.
All right, so I'll let you.
Thanks.
No, nothing.
Coming.
hi there. Is there anything you wanted to say on live stream at all about this?
Free Jeremy.
Free Jeremy. Free Jeremy.
Brendan Denning, Barrett Brown, and all other accused anonymous hackers.
Free them all, yeah, and free people who aren't hackers who were entrapped by the FBI, like the Cleveland, like she was talking about, yeah, Cleveland and Nito. And it was really great that the judge let you and your mom see him for 10 minutes. So yeah, that was really great. Thank you.
Oh yeah, are you from Freeland?
I just got really interested in writing about it, and so yeah, I can get. My name is Tara Jill.
Well,
yeah.
you taught your students.
Yeah, I'm Susan. Yeah. So I'm from New Orleans, but yeah, I came up here to visit family, and I timed it so I could come to this, and I just really think I just started doing a lot of letter writing, and just
almost.
I guess the mic. But yeah, I support free and-nons, and I support free the 5, all these political prisoners, and I really, these laws especially are getting worse and worse, like the CFAA, it's terrible. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, find it. That's what they want. They want to be scared, you know?
Yeah, they want people to be scared, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, it is. Like Barrett Brown's mom. When I read that about Barrett Brown's mom, I was really horrified. But it was great. It's great to see there was a lot of people in there, so that was really good.
That was the most amount of people I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Most amount of people that's ever seen it in the journey.
It was? Okay, I was, yeah, this is the first one I've been at, so I wasn't sure, but that was really good. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, so there were a lot of people. Cool. Yeah.
And you're from New Orleans? You came up here for that?
Yeah, I'm from New Orleans.
I like New Orleans.
You do?
I like to live there.
You should live there, yeah. It's great. It's fun.
I've been there for Halloween. I'm a street musician.
Oh, really?
Well,
Okay.
I used to, and I just playing dance.
Oh.
I was cold half the year.
Yeah, see, I lived in Chicago for a while. Yeah, I lived there. I lived in New Orleans, and I went to Chicago, and I missed New Orleans so much, I went back.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah, so that's where I live.
That's really cool. If I go down, I'll touch it.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I understand. You should. It's really great to talk to you. So, it looks like people are all pretty much like dispersing. Now, so there's some people who are making a documentary who are interviewing Jeremy's mother. So, this is the scene outside the courthouse. Jeremy's twin brother, just said that he thought it was the most people that have been here for a court date for Jeremy Hammond. So, like the Free Anons and the Jeremy Hammond Free Jeremy Hammond Support Network has been doing a really great job spreading awareness about this court day, and it was great that so many people were in here today. I wrote down the next court. So I guess, let me look at my notes that I wrote in there. Yeah, when Jeremy said, "What's up, everybody?" and he smiled a lot. So, April 30th at 2 p.m., I guess, there's going to be, is what they asked if they could return and give a status update on April 30th at 2 p.m. to discuss scheduling and a trial date, is what Judge Preska said. And at the time between then and now, I have to verify this that I wrote it down right, but it won't be like, it'll be like exempt from however long he has to wait, because the defense is also going to be working on going through all the chat logs, what they call the discovery, because they've had a lot of problems when Jeremy Hammond's defense team goes to meet with him. The government-issued computer that the defense is supposed to be allowed to use to review this evidence of all these pages and pages and pages of chat logs. With Jeremy, it's like 59,000 pages, 3.5 million lines of text. It takes a really long time to review all of that, and they've only ever really been able to get the computer that the government issued them to use when they meet with Jeremy. They've had about a total of 13 hours. Because the person in the jail who facilitates making sure they have the laptop, it's been, when they get there, the staff is unaware of where the computer is. They can't find it. The defense can't use it while they're meeting with Jeremy. So reviewing like the evidence, the defense has had a really hard time reviewing it with him. And so that's something that is an ongoing issue. So then, yeah, Jeremy did get to spend 10 minutes with his mother and brother in the courtroom, which was wonderful. So I'm going to stop recording now. But yeah, that's small_fair if you follow me on Twitter. and I'm going to, I'll update like later. I'll write out what I heard them say in court and anything else of interest, or if anybody has any like questions for me. I took some photographs that I'll and yeah, free Jeremy Hammond.